Hey, what's up, gamers? Cheetah here, bringing you a quick and easy 3-time stack achievement walkthrough for Super Forklift 3000. This game is published and developed by Marco's Game Dev. You can pick it up right now on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows for a price of $4.99, or you can purchase the bundle for $13.99 with all three versions. If you play all three, then you can get an easy 3000 gamer score. So to get the full completion, it'll only take you around 7 to 15 minutes. It's very easy. We just have to get a few different scores on each of the levels. Starting with level 1 here, we have to get a score of 20,000. So this game is kind of like Galaga. Instead of a ship, we play as a forklift. You have to pick up your bullets. In this game, your bullets are boxes. Once you have a box, you can launch them with A. If you hit an enemy, then you can pick your box back up and reuse it. So they have different types of boxes. I recommend looking for the TNT box just up here, and you want to use that on the group of enemies there to maximize your score. You can cycle through the different boxes in your inventory with the left trigger. Again, make sure you use the TNT on the group of enemies and then pick the next one up. And then we're going to use this next TNT on this group of enemies right here. And if you kind of utilized your TNTs, then that should get your score up to 20,000. If for whatever reason you're not at 20,000 yet, though, that's completely fine. Just keep playing through the level. Once you get your 20,000, you want to pause, quit to the main menu, and then start up stage number 2. Alright, so at the start of level 2 here, you want to pick up the infinite ammo box power-up. It only lasts a few seconds, so be quick and take out the group of enemies there before it runs out. And then again, pick up the next box and use that on the next group of enemies. And if done correctly, you'll already be at 20,000 score. On level 2 here, we need to get a score of over 70,000, which is actually pretty easy since there's lots of enemies and good boxes here. So getting the score-based achievements are actually pretty easy as is. You can make quite a few mistakes and still easily unlock them, but if you use the TNTs and everything correctly, then it's even easier. Also, if you haven't noticed, we have 8 hearts in total, which again makes the game pretty easy and very relaxing. Once you get the infinite ammo power up here, I recommend saving it for the next section. There's going to be a ton of enemies just up here. You're going to see me accidentally waste it, so you can use it if you want to, but trust me, I recommend saving it for the next group of enemies. Also, keep a lookout for the kind of edges of the screen. You'll find big lines of enemies that you can easily take out for some extra points. But right here, you want to use the infinite ammo power up if you still have it. You can take out the huge groups of enemies, and then that should net you the 70,000. If for whatever reason, again, you don't have your 70,000, just keep playing. The levels are actually pretty long, but once you have your 70,000, you can pause, quit out to the main menu, and now we're going to load up stage number 3. Alright, so at the beginning of stage 3 here, you'll have to avoid the enemies for a bit until we find our first box. But on stage 3, we just have to get a score of 30,000, which is pretty easy. So collect the box there and then take out the groups of enemies. And then in just a second here, you can use the explosive box, the TNT box rather, on the group of enemies right up here. And then if you time it kind of correctly, it should keep kind of triggering and take out quite a few. And then just like that, you'll almost already be at 30,000. But again, if not, just continue playing. And then once you have your 30,000 again, you can pause, quit out to the menu, and then load up stage number 4. Alright, so on stage 4 here, we have to again get a score of 30,000. For this level here at the beginning, again, just avoid the enemies. You can hug the right side. You may take a few hits or so, but that's okay. Just up here, you want to pick up the TNT box, and we're going to save that for later. Pick up the boxes here, and then use those to take out a few of the enemies. They're kind of hard to hit since they're kind of shaken back and forth. But just up here, there's going to be a big group of enemies. I recommend using the TNT right there. That'll take out quite a few and hopefully get you around like 19,000. And then you can just keep playing through the level. There's quite a few lines of enemies that you can take out. And then later on, there's going to be a it's kind of like a bonus section, I guess you could say. There's an area with a bunch of boxes, and you can kind of just keep spamming A right here. Just keep picking up the different boxes, spam A like crazy, and then this should get you to your 30,000. And then once you have that, you can pause, quit out to the main menu, and then this time, we're going to load up the boss rush level. This one's not really hard, but it can be a little bit tricky, I guess. Again, we have 8 hearts in total. For this one here, just keep collecting the boxes. Focus on damaging the boss as well as the enemies. You have to get a score of 7,000 here. So just kind of take your time, pick up the boxes, try to take out a few of the enemies, and then damage the boss once or twice. and just keep repeating that for a bit. Alright, so once you defeat the boss, if for whatever reason you still don't have your 7,000 score, that's fine. On level 2 here, there's actually another boss, and each time you hit him, he's going to give you 100 points. But be careful, he does shoot projectiles at you, so just kind of dodge him, pick up the boxes here, and then kind of head under him, attack him from below. And then once you do that 2 or 3 times, that should net you the 7,000 score. And then once we have the 7,000, we're going to pause, quit out to the main menu. And then next up, we're going to load up the random boxes stage. And then for this level here, we just have to get a score of 15,000. Alright, so the layout of this stage here is pretty similar to level 1, but I believe all the boxes are random, hence the name. But I recommend saving one of the TNT power-ups for the groups of enemies to maximize your score and just get the 15,000 as quickly as possible. Alright, so once you get your 15,000 score, just up here, that'll unlock the final achievement. So that's it. Hopefully this game gets title updates in the future, but that's it for now. So thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video if the guide was helpful. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Huge shout out to all my awesome Patreon and YouTube members. Special thanks to those in tiers 3 and 2, including Jax Jags, Rockmono44, and Eagle069.